Armadoggo gets its high-def reveal. A huge update to ARK Astraeus. And ARK Mobile maps the price of a Big Mac. You're right, kids, it's Raasclark and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So Community Crunch 436 arrives to us very early in the week. Why is that? Of course, Thanksgiving. That's a thing that people over the pond celebrate and therefore need to drop an earlier crunch so the devs can enjoy their time with their families, and in it reveals a proper look at the Armadoggo. Now, definitely not looking like a robo-dog as I once thought a few weeks ago, and gonna be your desired companion in a variety of scenarios depending on what saddle you decide to drop on it. With 3 variants showcased front and center in this pic, showcasing the medic doggo, able to keep you temporarily healed, much like using med brews every so often. It will consistently top up your health for you as time ticks on. The spike variant, which I believe works a bit like a Kentro, offering reflective damage each time it gets hit, and the bag variant working a bit like the hyena done, with it being able to preserve your spoils as well as, of course, carrying enough things for you that you can't. And it's something I think a lot of players are going to look forward to. This kind of working a bit like a Fjordhawk, but not like a Fjordhawk, that wherever you go on the map, the doggo will dig under the ground and pop up wherever you are, instantly teleporting to you with all of the goods in its inventory. So, you know, a great way to manage moving things very quickly across the map. Though, unlike a Fjordhawk, it's not going to take the gear off you. It's only going to move what's inside of its inventory, and a wide variety of other saddles you can equip this with, coming of course with Extinction, of which we get perhaps our first proper look at ASA Extinction, and it seems that it's going to be pretty much a replica scale wise, looking at the positions of the mini arcs shown here, with a few asteroids raining from the clouds, our survivor wearing a very much Borderlands looking star costume, wielding, cupping in his arms a baby doggo and lovingly gazing at a grenade in your hand. Could that mean something? Could you put grenade in doggo's mouth and use it as a puppy grenade? Why is that so dark? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this creature arriving with the last part of the Bob's pack with Extinction when that arrives on December the 16th, being an extension of you where whenever you're leveling, the doggo is leveling with you, and with it some unique ways to change how your character behaves, including giving you extra speed, extra armor, breathing underwater, and improved spyglass somewhere between a normal spyglass and tech binoculars, as the devs said. A mobile bed able to refill the ammo in your guns, and my favorite, I can't wait to see this certainly in action, is a chibi basket. As you can see there, little tiny baskets to store your chibis in and watch them rock and forth like a cuddly toy sitting on the back of an actual dog. Bombing it down a wasteland is going to be the funniest thing ever, I'm hoping for, in Extinction. No details yet on how we're going to be able to tame these or obtain these, though I get a feeling Wildcard's going to make it pretty simple, seeing that they really want players to adopt this man's best friend adventure with the next map. But no further news on what more to expect with this Bob's pack with Extinction. We believe there's going to be a lot more coming to us that is yet to be revealed, and hopefully we might get a glimpse of these in the last few weeks running up to the release, and not too far away really, only a couple of weeks to go until we get our hands on this Unreal 5 remastered version of a map that certainly changed the PvP meta when introduced. Will it change once again with the introduction of the Tribe Tower? This in particular, I am very, very keen to see how it could completely change the landscape altogether, or perhaps not at all, and players will still simply build in caves and have this on the outside of their cave entrances. I'm really keen to see if this could flip the meta on its head, but we'll see, I guess. Turkey Trials is of course running now and running until December the 10th, with some boosted rates from 2x on PvP, PvE, all the way up to 5x on Ark Pack, and of course colours as well if you want to take advantage of those. Don't forget, no turkeys or dodo rexes for Yoo-hoo, though apparently we're going to get a really cool Winter Wonderland event in compensation. And Wildcard decided to officially announce what we touched on that we found in a Discord last weekend, that the dynamic download for non-premium custom cosmetics will be limited to below 700 meg. And with a lot of cosmetics out there at the moment, it's going to be a wonder how some modders out there are going to perhaps split apart their cosmetics so people can use them and allow others to dynamically download those. Though there is still something I'd like to see the answer to, and that's premium custom cosmetics that you've dynamically downloaded by interacting with a player, therefore downloaded onto your platform, but if trying to uninstall it, there is no option apart from purchasing it. So you're left with the only choice but to uninstall all mods, or maybe even reinstall Ark completely. Definitely needs something looking at with this one. And whilst there isn't too many premium structure skins at the moment, I can see this getting definitely bloated and will need to be looked at, addressed, hopefully in the future. No cheeky plugs there trying to get people to purchase it. They need to be able to download these if they've installed them. Come on. But something else with its own custom cosmetics, Astraeus, a map we've loved playing, made by the wonderful minds Nakatas, who brought you Fjorda, and before that Valguero, and then after that Svartalfheim. It's a wonderful map. It's a truly fantastic adventure-filled Greek-themed map, and just got a giant update allowing a whole new island to explore. Adding a huge new island, Fokintos, as well as adding a new bogland, 2 big new deep sea areas, many new building caves, underwater clan worlds, wyverns, wild veggies, as well as now tameable minotaurs and seahorses for you to tuck into if you're really enjoying this map. And gotta say, I'm kind of surprised by this. Whilst we know there's a planned premium version of Astraeus, I thought the first island would be all you would get with the free version. So it's a pretty cool surprise to hear that this is being added with the free version of this map, with a wonder, what is the premium version of this gonna look like? Either way, we'll be definitely tucking in, getting a good look at this one as soon as we can. Big fan of Nakatas' work, of course. You know that by now. With a wonder, is there a new boss to face? And Grove Street Games dropped a few details about the upcoming Ultimate Survivor edition of Ark Mobile that's coming, planned to drop in December and still confirmed for December as far as we know. And don't forget, we got a first look at this during the extra live stream a few weeks ago. Well, don't forget there was a beta sign up and that one quickly closed, but apparently successful applicants will be able to play this beta hopefully next week with the island, and if they're lucky, Scorched and Aberration if the tech back end is ready. But in a small Q&A, it was explained that it is a free-to-play game, at least base-wise. If you want to play the island, it is a free game to download with just the island, but don't be expecting all of the other maps for free if you want to play those. Forgiven if you missed it, there was an FAQ ages ago that confirmed which devices will run this game, from Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra all the way to Google Pixel 5, and requiring around 7 gigabytes of storage. You'll need an additional 1 to 2 gigs per map, and if you want to own those maps, well, you've got 2 separate choices: either buying the maps outright as and when, or signing up to a subscription Ark Pass where you'll have access to these maps as long as the sub is active. Mark those words and think about those clearly. When the sub is active. So if you cancel your subscription, you're probably going to lose access to those maps on top, which probably means most people are going to just want to simply outright buy those maps and not go for this subscription service, unless maybe some more add-ons are offered as a result. Though then we're getting into some, is it really free to play? But what's the price of these maps, I hear you say, Raasclark? What are they, Grove Street Games? How much have I got to pull out of my pocket to get a hold of Scorched Earth, Ragnarok, any of the other maps that I normally would want to play because I played them on ASE and now want to see what they look like on my mobile device? Well, Uncle Grove got back to us to say go to McDonald's and see what a Big Mac costs in your country, and that's the price of a map. So how much is a Big Mac? So checking out my McDonald's menu prices of 2024, it turns out a Big Mac is the individual price of $3.39. That's a pretty low price, actually. I'm pretty surprised by that. And if the maps are really going to be that price, I would gauge probably around the £5 mark, $5 mark for everyone else, 5 whatever you are anywhere else in the world. But I'm really keen to check this out and see how well it performs. There's a lot of you out there who enjoy Ark Mobile, and this is very seemingly a well-trained adaptation from the ASE that we know. Could it be the brand new steps to take if you want to play a supported version of Ark Survival Evolved in the future? Let's see how well it's adapted. But until then, I've been put in the mood to order myself a Big Mac and probably start playing Astraeus Part 2. It's not called Part 2. Fokintus, which you are probably already playing as we speak. And if you are, comment below if you're enjoying it. I'd love to know. So until the next one, my name is Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, peace out.